So I'm going to explain how the anxious attachment style sabotages connection without even realizing. If you're new to my content, my name is Charlie and I help other people heal their attachment styles. So to preface, self-sabotage is just the subconscious behavior to get your core wounds met within a relationship. For the anxious attachment style, that core wound is the fear of abandonment. As a result, the anxious person tends to find comfort within connection with other people. In pursuit of this, they can actually push people away. People on the receiving end begin to feel suffocated and they try to create some space. And so because the anxious attachment style has a deep fear of abandonment, they perceive this space as rejection. This then activates their deep subconscious programming and activating strategies to get their needs met. Ultimately, they're trying to relieve that deep fear of abandonment. This takes the form of trying harder within relationships and in any way possible, closing the distance to a point that the anxious person deems safe. Their sole focus is to get their needs met, that they can often lose sight of the other person's needs in the process. Despite being people pleasers, they're mostly doing this to ease their discomfort. They often have a genuine belief that they are doing the right thing by trying to strengthen connection, and they wouldn't feel this way if it weren't for their partner doing this or that. But this logic is fundamentally flawed and a self-fulfilling prophecy because it can often forget about the other person's needs within the connection as well. That's one of the core elements behind healthy interdependence. Being able to observe your attachment style in a way similar to this without the lens of bias and emotion, you can begin to see how many other attachment styles would interpret this behavior as selfish. This cycle repeats and it often agitates the avoidant, which only makes the cycle stronger and more addictive. It's what's referred to as the anxious avoidant dance. So what can the anxious do to stop self-sabotaging their connections? Anytime a connection doesn't work out, it doesn't necessarily always mean that it's your fault. But the first step to healing your attachment style is to learn how to stop abandoning yourself within connection. Rather than leaning heavily on others to create security, learn to lean on yourself, as that will achieve a healthier sense of interdependence within connection. It's still possible to be available as a romantic partner and not be too available with your time and energy. Being too available is one of the common signs of an anxious attachment style.